to know her.
Technically, I'm a witch.
Season 2, Vampy D's. Ash is vamp-splaining. Petey's learning about the bros, Stefan and Damon. Pete-dictions coming true. Founding fam's got a plan. Guess who's back in the falls with their eyes on her man's body stacking up? A lot of people H for B. Now what's going on with these Vampire Diaries? Hello. Welcome to the season 2 finale of the Vampire Diaries podcast. The Vampire Diaries podcast, where a guy is watching the series for the first time with a superfan who has seen every episode. I'm the titular Petey. Let's just say I put the Petey in Vampedy. But please call me Pete, and I'm here with my co-host and co-parent, Ash.
That's me. What's up, Pete?
Ash, it is the season finale, as I just said.
Yeah.
Season 2 finale.
Of the show and the pod.
Yes. What are some memorable season finales in your life?
And the OC.
It doesn't have to be season or series.
Well, series.
I'm talking seasons, and it doesn't have to be a
famous.
television show. It could be a season of your life.
Oh, man.
I'll do a season of television while you're thinking of a season of your life or television.
Okay.
There was now I'm forgetting the show that it was spoofing, but I think it was maybe Dallas. Who Shot JR but whatever. I'm younger than that. I'm way younger than that by a million years. Mine was The Simpsons. Who Shot Mr. Burns ended a season. Who Shot Mr. Burns, because Mr. Burns got shot. And then you had to wait the whole summer or whatever. I don't know the Simpsons schedule. And then you came back and learned who of the culprits shot Mr. Burns.
Yeah, that's a good one. Mm-hmm. I feel like most shows have good season finales. But what about in the OC? I think that one of the season finales was when there was a big earthquake.
Ooh.
And, everything totally got messed up.
Yeah. Man, these writers go hard for the season finale in general.
Yes. I
I always say how, I would just like it to be, nice and watch a nice show, but then things keep changing.
I know.
Things ending season 2 going into season 3, at least the beginning of season 3 is going to be fundamentally different in a lot of ways.
Right.
Unless they do a little cheapy reversal. Oh, never mind.
Or if it's and this is what happened basically while you were gone, and
Yeah.
now everything's kind of back to normal.
Yeah.
Here's where we are.
Oh, man, I can't believe I went to Nolans with Klaus. Glad I am done with that.
Yeah,
Let's
just
go
totally skip over.
Let's go to high school. Senior year, guys.
Is that a Pete-diction right here?
No, not at all. That will not happen.
Yeah, I don't know. There are different ways to go about it. Sometimes there's season finales where you're just like, all right, that kind of wrapped it up. But then, the cliffhangers will get you.
Yeah, so I've written a book series. And the first book kind of it ends, of course, but it spreads the seeds, the characters are in new places,
right,
mentally and physically, which sets off the second book. But then the second book is a true cliffhanger.
Yeah, but after the first book, you're not and then what happens? Immediately, the next scene, you're just oh, I'm curious about these characters.
Yeah, the second one kind of, it ends, and then the third one picks up, the very next spring break, actually. But, a couple months later. There's a couple years between the first and the second.
Yeah. I just like to have enough of a show where you get a good couple seasons in and you can really, experience the full arc of the characters.
For sure.
Yeah.
But, it must be a blessing for these showrunners, writers, whatever, to know they have another season.
Right.
Because then they're not wrap everything up, the end, and then the next season they have to be like, all right, let's throw some new balls in the air.
Yeah.
They got some balls in the air at the
Right.
end of this episode.
I mean, yeah, I bet that's probably what the types of shows we experience are the ones where they don't know if they're getting picked up and the ones where they do.
Yeah. And then there's some where they don't have a friggin' clue. Lost anyone?
Hey.
Just kidding. I've seen so little of Lost.
I know Lost is so good, though.
And then like Game of Thrones, which also we haven't really seen to have a crash landing, people say.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Okay.
But hey, no judgment from us. We don't know.
No.
Ash is just a blank slate on that. I know nothing, she says.
I have nothing to say.
Westworld season 1. I really liked Westworld season 1, and then I lost all interest in season 2.
Yeah,
I was
you
like,
said it changed so much.
I was like, the finale changed every single thing about it, and I was like, well, I liked everything about this first season.
That's why I like New Girl, where it's just like, and more of this.
Yeah.
But also, The Good Place had a good season finale.
Oh man, The Good Place was good and super game changer.
Yeah,
every single
every season.
Actually, like 3 times a season, there was a major shift in what the show even was, it seemed like.
Yeah, but not in a bad way. Not where
No.
you were like, okay, now that's different, I don't like it. You were just like, what?
Except, I lasted maybe like 2 seasons, and I was like, it is too different now.
No, but you have to really go back and get into it.
Well, maybe we'll have to do the good pull Ash. And we'll have to do that one.
That sounds good.
Ash.
Not.
Season 2, episode 22, As I Lay Dying. Another
book title.
Another book title. Oh, man, I didn't look up this one.
Man, I feel like we own that book.
I think it might be sitting
I think it's
just
over
right
here.
there.
I think it's just... Oh, no, we're thinking A Lesson Before Dying.
And by who?
Gaines.
Yes.
We were both thinking that, but that's not... Whoops!
Uh-oh.
I kicked my water bottle.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, the top was on.
Oh, good. We have stacks of books around the house, not in a cluttery way, in sort of a nice way. So we have a stack of books that are the color white over there. We have like East of Eden, The Hate You Give,
Yeah.
a couple other ones. But anyway, not As I Lay Dying.
No.
And this is what people are here for the finale
Come on, Pete.
to hear. You're the one walking around kicking water bottles.
I know.
I'm leaving that in. I'm not editing this.
I put it there being like, this will be out of the way. And immediately ran into it.
Ash, the cold open. Elena is watching Jeremy sleep. She sees Aunt Jenna's empty room.
Yeah. It's sad.
Damon rolls in, whooshes in. Mm-hmm. He came to apologize. He says feeding her his blood was wrong. Been there, had to apologize for. I've had to apologize for that before. Hey, shouldn't have fed you my blood. Sorry.
Shouldn't have fed you my blood. And he's like super sincere and sad and like...
Yes, which Elena at this point does not know about his werewolf bite.
Correct.
I thought that this seemed like a dream, like a fantasy, like
It was kind of dreamlike.
like this would be like Elena's like hot dream, like oh man,
After her dead aunt's bedroom?
what I am into right now is Damon apologizing. But that's not what it is.
No.
And I said, I guess that's not what it is because there's the title.
Yes.
And there was no waking up like in her bed, how she wakes up.
With her full makeup on.
Damon is at Elena's mansion.
Right.
He looks for the brothers Bond. He looks in the back shelf. He's getting the
good stuff.
the good stuff. His werewolf bite is super gnarly.
Yeah, so gross.
He doesn't even show the heroin hole. He just pulls up
Ew.
his sleeve.
I forgot about that, but I didn't want you to say that.
He pulls up his sleeve just a little bit, and you don't even have to get to like the vein or whatever, and it's already all gross.
Yeah, so gross.
He's contemplative, Ash. Mm-hmm. He takes off his sunlight ring and begins to sizzle.
I know. What'd you think about that? Were you surprised?
I said, am I getting a great deal on steak and onion rings? Because he's a sizzler. Is what I said in the
You
moment.
weren't worried about him?
No.
Oh, Pete.
He's not going to die. If you time machine me back to 010 or 011 or whatever, I'll be worried.
Okay, fine. I know that's your reality, is that, there's like a gajillion seasons, but
Yeah.
you can't just in the moment be like, oh my gosh, he's opening the window. He's taking off his daylight ring. He's he's still standing there. He's burning so hard.
Yeah. No.
Oh, okay.
Stefan stops him.
Stefan whooshes him
They whoosh
100 times.
Yeah. And then Stefan throws him in the Vervain dungeon and says, "You're not dying today, bro. We have a bond here." But Damon is coughing up blood and stuff. He looks bad.
Yeah. It probably didn't do him well to burn up either.
No. Probably exacerbated things.
Right.
Klaus wakes up nude in the sunlight, Ash. Mm-hmm. So he's not a sunlight guy previous to this, huh? He didn't have a ring and all that? Mm-mm. He was traipsing about the shadows?
He didn't have a ring. Did he have a ring? He must have had a ring. I actually don't remember.
Okay.
You stumped me.
He was a werewolf for 2 days. Going around killing people as a werewolf in the daytime and stuff.
Yeah.
That's pretty nuts.
Not just during the full moon.
We should have had a highlight reel of that, Ash.
Oh, yeah. That would have been intense.
And seen some bodies stacked up or something. I don't know.
Body stacking up.
Hey, speaking of people being H for B,
Oh, yeah.
later in this app, he remembers every kill, and Elijah was cleaning up after him. Also, Klaus calls him Elijah.
Yes, he does. Elijah.
Elijah does some exposition. He wants to see his family. And Klaus is like, yeah, you'll see your family. What kind of brother breaks his bond, he says. Mm-hmm. He's on the brothers bond tip also.
I know.
I said, Ash, there's sexual tension between these bros. Klaus is like, you want to see your brother? You want to see your family? Seriously, you need to rewatch that scene. He's nude, putting on his clothes, and he's like, Elijah, I have plans for you.
Okay, that's a different viewing.
I said on mostly on Klaus's end.
Okay, maybe he's
Elijah is just kind of
well,
like...
he does just flirt with the truth and knowledge and
yes.
power.
He's H for T, horny for
The
truth. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Or H for P, power.
Power. I would say more power than truth.
He's just H. He's on H.
Yeah.
His gas tank is on H. Does that make sense? No. Alaric is drunk. He's at the grill.
He's sad.
He drunkenly takes the bottle of whiskey from the bartender and he does the shh, putting his finger on her lips. Not really, but.
And she lets him take it.
Mm-hmm. She knows. She's
probably just one of his students that works there anyways.
She heard that his girlfriend just got turned into a vampire and then killed.
Mm-hmm. She didn't. She doesn't know. That's not true.
Stefan calls Alaric and asks for help, and Alaric is down to help.
Yeah, because he loves Damon.
Alaric loves Damon?
Yeah.
They're bros.
They're bros.
Movie.
He's always like, what do you need?
Yeah.
What can I do?
Yeah, they're good.
How can I help?
Do you want to borrow my crossbow? Movie in the Square presents Gone with the Wind. Mm-hmm. Big old sign. Better than the Halloween episode. In this finale, Ash, they are playing the greatest hits from the first 2 seasons. Mm-hmm. Big Town Square thing.
Yep.
Vervain Dungeon.
True.
The grill is every episode.
Flashbacks. Sucking necks.
Sucking necks. A lot of people H or B. Everything. All the boxes are getting checked.
All the main players are there.
Yep. That's good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I like it.
That's a good finale.
I'm saying finally, Elena brought Jeremy to see a girl movie, he says.
I know. Come on, Jeremy.
They're trying to get back to normal. Caroline is there. Jeremy is going to take a page from Scarlet and get through the war. Ash, I'm not a big Gone with the Wind guy. Mm-hmm. What's the other one? Oh, Sound of Music. You like Sound of Music, not Gone with the Wind, right?
Correct. I mean, I don't not like Gone with the Wind. I just don't really know it, but I know Sound of Music well.
I don't know Gone with the Wind either, but I was like, so are they equating Jeremy with like the Confederate soldiers?
Honestly, I was just like, I don't know this, and moving on.
Yeah, me too. I was like, this is a filmic blind spot.
Uh-huh.
Gone with the Wind, Sound of Music, I don't know. They play it on the TV when I was a little youngin'. That's about it. I haven't revisited those long movies.
Yeah.
Trying to catch up with other things, those two, I'm not so worried about it at this moment in my life.
Okay.
But, yeah, I was like, what are these Virginians doing?
Yeah, you always have to put it through that lens for sure.
Bonnie is in the decrepit mansion. Mm-hmm. Stefan wants her to do a seance. Mm-hmm. Jeremy wants her to do some other French things. But she does this.
Sex spells.
Uh-huh. She does some, she is down to do the seance.
Yeah, she's channeling, trying to help Damon.
If Bonnie and Jeremy get engaged, will she be his seancé?
That's a good joke. That might be your best joke on the whole season of the pod.
All right. Now we quit. All right.
All right. Hope you had fun listening.
No, of course not. I always make great jokes all the time, and that was another one of them.
Did you write that one down?
No.
Oh, even more impressive.
And, yeah, I'm not going to go for another one.
No,
Okay.
don't.
Bonnie channels Emily, needs a spell to heal a werewolf bite. Perhaps it is Damon's time to die.
Because the witches are like, no, we don't want to help him.
They don't like him.
No, they don't.
And they start hurting Bonnie. They say that Klaus is a cure or is the answer or whatever.
She heard them say Klaus.
Ah. The only thing that can heal a werewolf bite is a werewolf/vampire hybrid's true love kiss.
That was
my Pete-diction.
That was your Pete-diction.
Yeah. So Damon and Klaus would have to really be into it.
Have to be in love.
Mm-hmm. And I think that will happen. As long as Elijah's out of the way. a lot of confusion.
He calls him Elijah. Like, that's how he calls him.
Yeah.
Not just that one time. That's how he calls him.
Mayor Interim Lockwood just has a little
Mayor Interim Lady Lockwood.
She has a sling on her arm after being flung down the steps and, like, hitting the banister.
Yeah, she should have been dead.
She was like, thump, thump, thump.
I feel like her body, like, bent in half over the railing.
She should have been in one of those, like, either a full body cast or, like, one of those, like, back braces that, like, hold your neck up.
Yes. Or suspended from the straps in the ceiling.
Yes.
Yeah. Not just a little sling.
No. Or at least, like, 2 slings. And just walking, like, whoop, 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 2 slings.
2 slings.
Ash, speaking of podcasts in this moment, I listen to the Bret Easton Ellis podcast, for better or for worse. He is one of my favorite authors. Mm-hmm. And right now on his podcast, he's doing a thing that I've never heard of before. He's doing like a serialized audiobook where he reads part of this unpublished book that he claims is true.
Right.
A true thing that happened to him, which actually on the Quentin Tarantino episode, Quentin Tarantino was like, yeah, I was along for... I'm not going to do a Quentin Tarantino, but I was along for the ride. And then, like, this book started turning into, like, a horror story. And so now I'm kind of second-guessing, like, if this is real or not. And BEE went along saying know it's true. And so both me and Quentin are like questioning the truth of all this.
I was really trying hard to listen to the connection between that and this.
I'm not there yet.
Okay. Okay.
I'm just talking about how me and Quentin Tarantino, two geniuses.
Yes.
But anyway, in this audiobook, spoiler alert for this thing that I just described, a guy gets thrown down the steps, and I pictured it just like Lady Lockwood.
Oh, yeah. It was a big throw.
And this guy in the story, in Bret Easton Ellis' story, like blood was coming out of his face and like his bone of his leg cracked out of his leg and stuff.
She should have been very injured.
Yes, but Lady Lockwood has the sling on, so I'm like, how come she's not like the character from this true thing that happened?
Got it. Yeah. No, yeah, I totally agree.
Oh my gosh.
That was a long one.
That was a long road. So where Lady Interim Mayor Lockwood Ty's mom even is the like Mystic Falls police station, right?
Yeah.
And she's going to see Sheriff Forbes. Mm-hmm. And she like comes in hot and is like, "Where are you with the vampire situation?" And she, much like the Mystic Girl, grills the sheriff.
Yeah. She's like, "I hired you to do this job. You're not doing it. You better do it."
Yeah.
It did seem like out of nowhere.
It did. And who even threw her down the steps? Was it that warlock? Mm-hmm. Yeah. She should ask what the warlock situation is.
Yeah, seriously.
Hey, Ash. They should do a different show in the Vampire Diaries universe. Mm-hmm. Mystic Falls PD. Where these small town cops, is it a small town? I don't know.
Yes.
Have to do all these supernatural procedurals, like a X-Files in Mystic Falls. Uh-huh. Hey, that's a good pitch right there.
That is a good pitch.
Take it out of the sort of teeny soapy realm and into more of a cop procedural.
Yeah. And it focuses on the adults.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to watch it as much.
Me neither. I don't like that stuff, but I would sell it and write it and make some money off it.
Yeah,
because it's a great idea.
No, people would be into it.
Stefan, and it has a built-in audience of people like our age who watched this show. Mm-hmm. All right, hit me up.
No, erase this so no one knows.
No, just at Peter L. Harmon. I will do that job.
Okay. All right.
I want that job. All right. Stefan goes to the movie night and takes Elena for a walk. Stefan tells Elena that Damon was bitten by a werewolf. Boom, boom, boom.
And he's dying.
Yes. Stefan has to go to Klaus.
Yeah, well, by the way, Elena feels super bad. She was like, I was not very nice to him this morning. And she's worried about Damon.
Well, she was like, I just need time. And Damon's like, oh.
And she said, maybe a lot of it.
Yeah, and he's like, go.
I know, I have no time.
He's like, okay. Mm-hmm. He made Damon a vampire in the first place and now owes him a death cure, a Maze Runner death cure, which we all know in the third Maze Runner, they find a death cure.
I don't really remember the second two Maze Runners. I just feel like it was just a pretend. Like, it was just like, oh, we were just putting you in this maze to see what would happen. But I know that's not true.
No, and I think we've talked at length about Maze Runner before.
I should just watch it again, I guess.
But we do know somebody in the Maze Runner movies.
We do.
And yeah, they don't find a death cure. No, everyone keeps dying, and people will continue to die. And there wasn't. I think what I've said before is there wasn't enough running of mazes.
No.
I signed up to see these kids running in these mazes. Plenty in the first one. Great.
Yeah.
Love it. Perfect. No notes.
You know what? They should have gotten a death vaccine instead of a death cure. So then they would get like sick, but just a little bit sick, but not enough sick to die.
Death vaccine. That they need to work on the marketing for that.
I agree. But I mean, it was called death cure, so.
Yes. Damon, I smell you. I smell what the ash is cooking. Damon is in the Vervain dungeon hallucinating.
Yeah.
He's watching Catherine in her bedroom in the flashback. She asks him to undo her corset.
Oh, yeah.
Will you miss me while defending the South? These Virginians.
He came back right away, remember?
I do remember. And
He
they're
was like, I don't want to defend the
I know,
South.
and like his dad was mad.
And Stefan was proud of him.
I know. I'm just saying.
His dad was not good.
I'm just saying the true.
Do you remember their dad's name?
Yes, Giuseppe.
There you go.
Yeah. I was thinking Salvatore Ferragamo. But that's like a fashion brand that I buy a lot of because I'm rich. Because it's expensive? I don't know.
I don't even know anything about that brand.
I might be making it up. Elena gets in the flashback
Yeah, it gets all mixed up.
and tells him to walk away. Catherine was toying with him. Or was she?
We never know, because she's always like, I never loved you. It's always Stefan. And then she's like, I loved you. And, or no, I was playing with you. No one knows.
She's messy and lives for drama. Stefan goes to see Catherine. She's like, I was supposed to be free of this compulsion. Klaus and Elijah get home. I was like, are they still in Alarc's apartment? Like, Alarc, does he come by like, oh, I wanted to get my toothbrush. Oh, and he even was like, I'm going to stay here
Yeah,
at
later
Elena's
at
house.
the Gilberts.
Yeah, he was probably like, a bunch of original vampires at my place.
Yeah, people were getting stabbed and fed, and he's going to show up and have so much vampire blood all over the place from when Stefan drinks it later.
Yeah.
It's such a mess.
Like, oh, they didn't even take off their vampire boots when they went into my bedroom. Yeah, that's kind of funny. They're just at Alarc's apartment. He's so mad. He's like, oh, I'm not getting my deposit back. Klaus stabs Elijah with the dagger with the white ash.
Yeah.
And he says, I'm reuniting you with our family.
Yeah, you missed like a little bit before that. They were in like some storage container facility.
That might be later.
No, that's where he was when he stabs him.
Oh, for real?
And then he's like, okay, put him with the rest of them. And then he gives a girl to Stefan to drink their blood.
Okay. And I said, now he's not going to help Damon. Elijah isn't going to help Damon anymore.
Because
he's dead.
Yeah.
Elijah is dead.
Oh, Elijah, yeah.
Klaus stabs Stefan too. He stabs the stake and then like scribbles on his heart. He doesn't put it into his heart. He's like, do you feel that? It's touching your heart?
Yeah.
Deedle, deedle, deedle.
I could kill you in a second, but I won't.
And he says that Stefan is just shy of useless.
Oh, yeah, no, you're right. I did get confused. Elijah's just on the floor of Alarc's apartment with a dagger in his chest for a while before they take him to the storage place.
Yep.
Whoopsies.
I have the receipts.
I'm tired.
I know. Rough week.
Okay.
But we're going to take a couple weeks off to revitalize.
Yes.
We're going to get in our coffins, drink some blood, turn into bats for a little bit.
That sounds good.
Alarc comes by the Vervain dungeon, and he's still drunk. He gives Damon his ring back and some whiskey. Sounds like a good anniversary present.
I'd say that's a good date.
You should want me dead, Damon says.
Yeah.
I'm the reason Jenna got killed. But Alarc's like, I don't blame you. Damon also baits Alaric, saying that Damon, turned his wife Alarc into a vampire, Isabel.
Right, we all knew this.
I know.
Yeah, so
But Damon is like,
he's just airing all his dirty laundry.
because he wants Alarc to kill him. He wants Alarc to be a Damon and bust in and kill him because he's mad and emotional.
Yes.
Alarc's not doing that.
Nope. He said, we're not drunk enough for this conversation.
Yeah.
I like that.
Elena rolls up in the crispy Ford Escape. Forbes claps her up. Damon needs blood. Forbes pulls a gun on Alaric. There's a lot going on. Mm-hmm. Locks him in another part of the basement.
Yeah.
And she walks in on Damon in the Vervain dungeon, and he hides. Mm-hmm. And he's like, hey. And then he slams her up against the wall. Also, when Elena dupes the Ford Escape, that's not the sound it makes.
No. When she locks the car. Mm-hmm. Dupes.
Dupe.
No, didn't sound like it.
Big scene, lots going on.
Yeah, it was a lot of physical action happening and really fast stuff. And like Alaric's trying to get out. He's telling Sheriff Forbes not to mess with Damon. And Damon throws Liz up on the wall. And she falls down, but he doesn't actually hurt her. He just escapes to go because he just wants to see Elena.
Caroline and Bonnie and Jeremy are at the movie. There's some Confederate stuff going on in the background, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know that movie. Alaric calls Jeremy and tells him the deal. Mm-hmm. Jeremy doesn't want to be left behind on all these adventures. He's like, take me.
Yeah. That's how Alaric was feeling, too, at the beginning of the episode when he was like, I was just left to wait while my girlfriend was sacrificed.
Yes.
Turned into a vampire and then sacrificed.
Wait. Oh, Alaric, yeah. And Jeremy was saying that about his aunt also.
Yeah.
He was like, my aunt still got killed. Yeah, I could have been there.
I didn't get to do anything at all.
When I was watching this scene, Ash, I was thinking, because I think I've made it known that I was a background actor in the past.
Yes.
I was thinking that I should have been extra in this scene. Mm-hmm. You get to chill at night, watch a movie.
Yeah, your favorite movie.
I would see the movie for once. Mm-hmm. No, but when I was an extra, like it was fun to like be kind of active, like. Oh, you're walking on the beach. Or when I was on the Santa Monica Pier and I got to just ride the roller coaster over and over.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But I'd just be sitting there watching this movie. Probably eat some craft services and stuff. Mm-hmm. Some red vines.
That'd be a good scene. Would they include that in the description where they're like, and then you will be sitting on the grass and watching a movie all day?
No, it'd just be like, Vampire Diaries. You idiot. Call 1,000,000 times. And you still won't get hired. I don't know. It's tough. It's tough out there. I can't believe I did it. You would seriously, it's changed by now. I think it's like online and texting and stuff like that. But there was just like one number you called. It was busy. You called it as many times trying to get through one of the lines. If you got through, you said your social security number real fast. And then they looked you up and they were like, no. Or, okay.
Yeah, be here at 4 in the morning.
Yeah, based on like your pictures, like, can this guy be a 70s mechanic? I guess so.
Yeah, I remember you calling that number and just waiting and waiting.
Yeah, and that's the grind. That's the hustle.
Yeah.
But once you got on set, lots of food, and sometimes you were doing fun stuff. Sometimes you were super bored. Klaus, one time, real quick. One time, I was at the like Del Amo Mall where they filmed Jackie Brown or something, and I was on some show, and they were like, "You need to go shave your face," which I was fine with because I just hadn't shaved. So I went and shaved my face in like one of those trailers, and they were like, "All right, here's a police uniform," and I was just a cop that day.
You were?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
This was before phones. In a way, like, I had no way to take a picture. I was just a cop all day. I was not really even used that much. I kind of just, like, walked around this mall. And I didn't even, like, get a picture.
Wow, that's sad.
You know.
Yeah, we had, like, flip phones or whatever.
Yeah. And I don't know what show it was. There's no way to ever find me.
That's silly.
Klaus talks about Stefan's past.
Yes.
Stefan was on and off the wagon. He was dangerous.
Yes.
Klaus wants that brutal vampire back.
He would be useful to him.
Klaus bites Catherine And then she sucks his blood and it heals. His blood is the death cure.
You were almost right. Not true love's kiss, just hybrid blood.
True hates suck of blood.
There you go.
Damon gets to the movie. He's coughing on everyone.
I know. Party foul.
He's hallucinating. He's seeing Catherine.
He's so sweaty.
He's so sweaty.
I'm very distracted by how sweaty he was.
Jeremy finds him.
Yeah. Jeremy got to do the thing he wanted to do. He got to help.
Yay. So helpful. Elena asks Forbes where Damon is. Forbes talks ill of vampires, as she does.
Right.
Some other cop says Damon is at the grill. The Mystic Grill. Forbes busts into the grill, shoots at Damon, who whooshes away, and the bullet hits Jeremy. And I was like, oh, he's wearing the ring. That's good. But then, thankfully, there's some expository dialogue. The ring doesn't protect from human deaths, just supernatural, which I missed that part.
I knew that all along. They have said that before, but you just forgot it, I think. But wasn't it so shocking? Like, the way that it was choreographed? You were like, oh, Damon's about to get hit with this. And then you're like, oh, wait, what? Jeremy?
Yeah. Jeremy's like,
Yeah.
Forbes.
And then and she was in shock. She couldn't believe what she did.
Caroline feeds him blood. Alaric runs in.
Yeah, and Forbes is like, wait, what are you doing? She's like, I'm helping.
Yeah.
She didn't know that vampires could help people.
Right? Bonnie needs to take Jeremy somewhere, but Forbes says, don't move. It's a crime scene.
Yeah, but it's her crime.
And I said, and she's the criminal, right?
But I guess she's still trying to do the right thing, so that's good.
But Caroline just tells her to let them go. And I was like, is she not compelling her right now? Deep.
Yeah, she just listened.
Elena.
Yeah, that was a big scene.
Yes. Elena is trapped in the police office.
Oh, yeah.
She breaks the window with a big chair. Klaus, back at Alaric's apartment, puts some of his blood in a vial, tells Stefan that he has to go on a decade-long bender in order to get this blood. He starts pouring out the blood, and Stefan's like, no, okay.
Yeah.
And then Klaus is like, I want you to join me for a drink of blood. And Stefan drinks a Capri Sun of blood.
Yeah, which I feel like at first he's like, I can do this because, he's been microdosing. So at first I feel like he's like kind of confident, like, I can drink this one blood, whatever. But Klaus goes hard.
Yes, I said frat bro vibes.
I thought the same thing.
Chug, 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 drink.
Yeah. Next.
You do everything I say, and I save your brother. And it looked like after a sports game, like kids crushing Capri Suns. Klaus gives him bag after bag.
So much. Also, whatever was in that, like, to even act to drink that, is gross.
Ew. I didn't think of that. It's probably blood. If it was tomato juice, I couldn't do that.
I don't know. It looks like cough syrupy.
Yeah.
Like,
ew, it looked thick.
Syrupy. Yeah, ew.
Gross.
I know. It looks gross. Honey or something.
Ew.
Some red honey.
Yeah, he was mad. Paul Wesley was mad.
Yeah, ew.
Bonnie knows a spell that if the 100 dead witches will give her the power, she can do it.
To save Jeremy.
They don't want to help. And if they do, there will be consequences. And I said, there's a lot of blood in this episode. Drinking blood, bloody nose.
Yeah, and it goes all in her mouth.
Ew. I love him, she says about Jeremy.
Yeah. She's crying. She's doing her Phasmatos spell. Yeah, she says, I love him. She's calling out for Emily. Emily, help me. I love him.
It doesn't seem to work. She's sad, but then Jeremy awakes.
Did you think he was going to live or die?
Live. Elena walks through the movie. Damon is there sweating it up.
So sweaty.
He flashbacks to running with Catherine. He's conflating the past and the present. He bites Elena, but then he feels bad about it.
When he realizes it's Elena, yeah.
Yeah. He thinks he's biting Catherine in the past.
Right. He thinks he's biting Catherine's neck. He's having a memory of when he bit her neck to drink her blood so that he could be turned into a vampire.
Ash, I feel like there's 100 dead witches controlling our dimmer switch right now.
Me too. What's happening?
I think that we have caused a seance.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Also, I did want to...
You're still hot?
I did want to update the listeners that air conditioner's fixed.
Oh my
because we were
gosh.
sweating last week.
Oh my gosh.
We were sweating like Damon last week.
We were sweating like
We were
this.
two Damons sitting here at the mic like, I was conflating the past.
That was the worst week.
I bit you, just like thinking it was the past.
Oh, man. And speaking of listeners, we have a new listener.
Yes, we had a listener talk to us IRL.
Yeah.
We have to give a shout out to Lex.
Lex. Thanks for listening.
Yep, he. I think he's still in season 1 land. He's doing a rewatch. He's listening to the pod.
Yeah.
Glad to have you, Lex. You'll hear this in several weeks. Thank you, Lex. Shout out Amy.
Yeah, Amy's still listening.
Shout out to our friend on Twitter, whose at is like HPAEC, something like that. Like to tweet of mine the other day.
Oh, okay.
Appreciate that. We're doing numbers over there.
Yeah, let's get some more listeners off of this finale.
Yeah, hopefully we can build up to the season 3 beginning. New theme song coming, which I haven't made yet,
No,
but I'm sure it's going to be great.
of course.
And yeah, we'll be discussing season 3 probably in like a couple weeks.
Love it.
Man, plugs right in the middle.
In the middle, we went for it.
All right.
100 Dead Witches are messing with our dimmer switch. And then...
Caroline tells her mom that Jeremy is alive. Forbes thought she killed him.
I know, but I also wonder, didn't she call it in? So, like, the police officers are going to show up and be like, there's a gunshot wound victim? Where?
Oh, no, it was an animal attack.
And they're like, we know that he's a vampire.
It was a mosquito. I don't know. Caroline told her something, but then she erased it. Something about...
She's talking about how she originally told her mom that she was a vampire, but then she freaked out, so she took away those memories and compelled her. But now she doesn't want to do that anymore. She wants to be truthful.
Yes. She's not going to be afraid of her mom anymore. Good for her.
And she shouldn't be afraid of her either.
She's still her little girl. I said, this reconciliation is one I do not care about in the broad scheme of how much stuff is going on.
It's true.
It's like, we're going to do the little mom thing right now. Shut up. What's happening to Damon and Stefan?
Yeah.
But okay. But also, this was like, 3/4 of the way through the episode. We still have big stuff coming.
Right.
So I was like, all right, fine. Get this over with.
Real quick. Just move on. Yeah.
Get your little Caroline C story out of here.
Yeah.
All right. But nothing. But we still enjoy you.
Of course.
Yeah. All right. Anyway. Jeremy is back in bed. He's binging and Skyping Bonnie. Oh, to be young again. When you bing and
Skype.
When you bing and Skype your gal.
Yeah, I like the Skype sound, though.
Yeah. Zoop.
It's really satisfying.
It so is. Yeah, it's like a whoosh zoop.
It's like it takes over your whole ear holes.
Yeah, that's like some ASMR or something.
Yeah, it's a good one.
They're using their Mi-Fi's, Ash. Alaric is now the cool uncle type.
Yeah.
He hears the Mi-Fi and the Wi-Fi and the FaceTime and whatever. And he makes little jokes about it. That's funny.
He's making fun of him, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But he's, a good, like, father-type figure to Jeremy.
Yeah, I was like, who's going to come in and be this parent to these children? Oh, Alaric, okay. He's going to stretch his 3-episode arc. They call him 3-episode Alaric.
Lark.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's made 2 full seasons now.
Jeremy says Alaric's name weird, like he's never said it before. Have we ever heard Jeremy say Alaric before? He's like, Alaric.
I think so. I didn't notice it was weird.
Alaric gives him a hard time about Skype with Bonnie. It's cute. All right. Damon is in bed, sweating
Even sweatier.
like our older son likes to sweat in his
Oh
bed.
my gosh.
He's a sleep sweater.
He loves it. He wears like 1 million blankets and pillows
Yeah.
just to get the sweat off.
Elena's there trying to comfort him. All those years I blamed Stefan, but no one forced me to love her, Damon says. It was my choice. I made the wrong choice. He's admitting it all.
He's talking about Catherine, but
Yeah.
I feel like at the same time he's also talking about Elena.
Ooh.
That double.
Yes. Tell Stefan I'm sorry, he says. And then I said, oh man, Stefan is crushing so much blood.
I know.
He's at Alaric's apartment, just like going downtown on the blood. On the blood train. Leave town with me and save your brother's life, Klaus says. Mm-hmm. Klaus compels Catherine to bring the blood to Damon. He compels her or no? And
she's not compelled, but she's so scared of Klaus that she stayed in the apartment to like be released, quote unquote, from his compulsion. But when he says to take this to Damon, that's why Stefan's like, she'll never do it because she's not being compelled and she doesn't like Damon. Damon's tried to kill her like a bunch of times. Why would she save Damon's life? So
yeah.
So Stefan's like super bummed. Like, I drank all this blood.
Yeah.
And she's not even ever going to bring it to him.
She's out of there with the quickness.
Yeah.
Like, go deliver that. She's like, pew. But she does do it.
Yep.
Damon is in bed, says he deserves to die. If I had chosen differently, I wouldn't have met you, Elena. Mm-hmm. Damon tells Elena that he loves her, and she says she loves him too.
Mm-hmm. And she gets super sad.
And he says, you should have met me in 1864.
And you would have liked me then.
And she says, I like you now.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, dang. And Elena kisses him. And
he says, thank you.
Catherine arrives with the cure. I thought you were dead. I was. She feeds him the cure. She owed him one.
Mm-hmm.
Where's Stefan? Do you care?
Yeah, because Elena was all snuggled up and telling Damon she loves him and gives him a kiss. And Catherine just sees all of it.
They're bunned up.
They are. But Damon looks way grosser than the other time they were bunned up on the couch.
Stefan is paying for this. He gave himself over to Klaus. He sacrificed everything to save his brother, including you. Good thing you have Damon to keep you company. And then she's like, it's okay to love them both.
Yeah, I did.
Have we talked about those little skinny greyhound dogs?
No, but she is that.
Catherine's like, what are they called? They're like...
I don't know. Whippersnappers.
They're called like Italian greyhounds or something.
They're so skinny and tiny.
They kind of walk like those robot dogs that Hyundai is making now.
Yes, they're like a little stick leg.
Also, like the Black Mirror episode with those dogs that kill everybody. That's how Catherine walks. And to some degree, Elena as well. Like, doo, 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 doo.
It is a whippet.
Oh, okay.
Did I say whippet?
You said whippersnapper.
Okay, well, that's what I meant.
Okay, but it's some kind of greyhound, right?
Italian
Italian greyhound. I said that too.
Okay, Italian greyhound versus whippet. So we have some learning to do.
Oh my gosh. I think we might have some learning to do about the etymology of the term whippersnapper also.
Yeah, I don't know. I had never really thought about that.
Yeah, that's not a thing that I'm gonna want to say in the future.
Okay. Well, I was trying to think of a name of a dog.
Whip it good, whip it real good. That's a song.
Yeah, it is.
Are we gonna say what the difference between the dog is, or
No.
Okay.
So we have to learn it some other time.
well, we're all
They
works in progress, and we're all learning.
But they look very similar, so.
Yeah, but we've just seen these like greyhounds or whatever kind of dogs they are at the dog park, like slinking around. Mm-hmm. Like they're going down going down the stairs. They're silly.
They're silly.
Elijah is in a casket with the rest of the family. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's where they are. Mm-hmm. Klaus knew Catherine was on Vervain. He knows everything. Oh, he's just too perfect.
I know. He's been around forever. He knows everything.
Oh my
he's
gosh.
the original vampire.
He tricked his brother. He killed his brother. He tricked his brother. He's so perfect. He's very handsome. What?
I stopped saying words.
Klaus has big plans for Stefan. Klaus has a gift for Stefan. Some girl. Stefan gets H for B.
Yeah, he doesn't compel her to behave. It's just some wild girl who's scared.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stefan gets H for B and kills her.
Come on, come on, come on and kill the girl.
No. No.
What's that crab's name?
Sebastian.
Okay. Oh,
You're
Flounder's the fish.
Yeah, you think
Okay.
I'm wrong about the Little Mermaid? Pete?
No. Come on, come on, come on and kill the girl. Jeremy is in bed. Here's some whooshing around. I saw some skinny person walking around. I thought it might be Catherine. But no, it's his exes. 2 exes.
Who are dead?
They're dead. Vicky and the other one.
Oh, shoot. I was going to say Vicky, and then...
Mary?
No. He says her name, too. Why can't I think of it?
Rose?
No, not Rose. Rose is also dead, but that's not his girlfriend's name. Vicky and... I can't think of it.
What a climax.
One of my, worst traits is remembering names.
I know, I should have just written down what
That's
her
your
name
last
was.
sentence?
Yeah, that's the end of the episode. We ended as we began. Not remembering anything.
I'm trying so hard to think of what her name is.
While you think about that,
Okay.
they have titled some of these episodes off the names of book titles.
Yes, they have.
So the game that we're going out on is, this is like a fictional pretend episode.
Anna
Anna and Vicky. If you could create a fictional pretend, doesn't have to be in the timeline, episode of the Vampire Diaries, and name it after a book title, what would that book title be? And also, what would happen in that episode? And you can just make it up. It doesn't have to be any sort of anything.
And not a real book title?
Real book title.
Oh, okay.
So take a real book title, and then how does it apply to like these characters? Like As I Lay Dying, like people got killed a bunch.
Yeah, well, a lot of stuff happened while Damon was laying dying in the thing.
Exactly.
Okay, let me think about
Okay. The great Vamps be, and there would be a big party at Elena's mansion. And Damon is sort of the Nick Carraway to Stefan's Gatsby.
I was thinking the Very Hungry Caterpillar. And it's when Stefan is on his bender, but it goes camping a lot, and he sleeps in a sleeping bag that looks like a caterpillar.
Oh, perfect.
Good, 'cause I'm usually bad at these games. I don't know if y'all know this or not. I can't think quickly like you.
I mean, mine was bad. I was just saying silly stuff while you thought of yours, and yours was also bad, but it was good in some ways.
I like The Great Gatsby, though. Are we doing another one?
Sure. Why don't you give me a book's title and I'll try and fit these characters into it.
Okay. I keep only thinking of children's stories. The Secret Garden.
Ooh, The Secret Garden. Damon is still recovering from his vampire bite, and he can't do a lot of stuff, and he discovers a garden portal in the back of his mansion where he can go out into the garden, and that's where all the 100 dead witches are like living, sort of, in a sort of what's the middle ground between heaven and earth?
Oh,
Pebobi.
yeah. Yep. You're not allowed to like approximate words because then that's what I think of. Now I think of Pebobi instead of what?
Pebble Beach. All right.
My brain was gonna go to a real answer, and now it only says that.
All right, so it's a portal to Pebble Beach, where and we'll keep trying to think. People are just screaming at us at this point. Purgatory.
Yes,
I was close. They're at the Purgatory Golf Club, and that's where all the dead witches are. So Damon, it's sort of like a Damon episode, and he has to come face to face with Emily Bennett and atone for some of the sins of his past. Mm-hmm. That's his little story, The Secret Garden.
And the garden is actually all made of vervain, so it's like really hard to get to it.
Yeah, and he's sweating a lot.
Yeah.
And, yeah, that's also bad. This is all bad.
Okay. Well, you jumped ahead with the game, Pete.
Okay.
How many fangs?
2.22 fangs.
The 22nd episode, 2 fangs,
of season 2. 2.22.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. I'm giving it 2 fangs because I don't give points like that. I go full or half. 1 or 2 or half.
All right. And how many? 2?
2.
Wow. A perfect episode.
Perfection.
They have spun several plates for next season. One of the plates has fallen off maybe and cracked on the floor.
I know. Tell us your Pete-dictions.
Other plates are spinning so fast we can't even see them. Ash, the bro roles shall be reversed. Is this the bro swap season? Stefan out of town and out of control? Mm-hmm. Damon and Elena picking up the pieces of a spun plate that is dropped? Elena's got a mansion and a new man?
Does that make you excited or disappointed?
All right. I love just the happy medium.
Yeah.
I just want to see these kids having fun. But I do think that there will be like probably a quarter or half an episode where Stefan's out doing something else. Elena's trying to cope. Oh, it's going to be tough when Stefan comes back. Mm-hmm. There's going to be some kind of reckoning. Oh, the drama. The teen angst.
What about Jeremy?
Jeremy and Alaric, bro season. Broing down.
What about the dead people that he can see?
Who?
Jeremy can see those dead people.
Oh, yeah. His dead exes. Mm-hmm. All
my dead exes live in Atlanta. I mean, Virginia. I filmed in Atlanta.
I was also going to... All my exes can be seen by hexes. Some kind of way. We went the same place. Okay. Him seeing his exes, I don't know. Why are they there? They're dead.
You don't get why he can see them?
No, why?
They said that there was going to be
consequences. What, the consequences he can see dead people now?
I'm like, I can't tell you anything else. I can just say that in this episode they said that if you do it, there will be consequences.
All right. There would be consequences for Bonnie and Jeremy. She said she loves him, and now these exes are back in the mix. That kind of tracks. All right. They're dead. There's 100 dead witches. A couple of dead exes. I see dead exes. I don't know, Ash. We'll see.
Do you have anything other Pete-dictions?
Stefan and Klaus are going down to Nolans. Mardi Gras. Bloody Gras. Alligator Po' Boy. All the rest.
What was your opinion of all of season 2?
Season 2, it heightened. It ebbed. It flowed. Gutters and strikes. It was good.
And you're like down to do another season?
For sure.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we got into this. We need to take a hot second to do some life stuff. But we'll be back. The school year just started.
Oh, yeah.
A couple of jobs things are beginning.
Yeah, we got to get readjusted, let you guys get caught up.
Yeah, hey, the best thing for us to hop straight back into season 3 is to tell your friends to listen to this show. Because if we see those numbers climbing, we're going to be climbing back on the couch.
Oh, yeah.
Getting on this microphone. We might have some new additions to the podcast.
Possibly.
A new addition. Life stuff.
No, stay tuned.
Definitely many plugs when we get back. Speaking of which,
let's do it.
In the meantime, until we come back for season 3, episode 1, at Peter L. Harmon on Twitter and Instagram. The happenstances at gmail.com for any questions, complaints.
Did you have to look to check your own email address?
I was like, was it the happenstances series? But that's something else. And, check out my books that I've written. And don't bother Ash on social media. Bother me.
Bother Pete.
I'll get her the important stuff.
Yeah.
And, hey, we'll see you in a couple of weeks. We didn't miss anything, right?
No, it was a great season. I'm glad we were able to do it even throughout the summer. And thank you guys for listening. And stay thirsty.